That's wonderful. Was your New Year's Eve good? Hmm. That's annoying. Probably should have did a fuller sketch before I got over to this part. But oh well, we'll work with it. And I really wanted to give Cherry a garter belt, like right here. But like the way I had her posed, I couldn't show a lot of her legs. So I kind of just had to work with this. I should also probably pull up the reference I have of her in this outfit. And then I was also originally going to have her hands do like this little bob. Like I'll show you guys, but I originally wanted her hands to do like this little bob because she tilts her head this way and she kind of just like kind of slow and then it just flops into place. So I kind of wanted to, like her arms to like come in a little bit, but that didn't pan out because it just didn't look right. So now I just have her head moving. So we got that. I've never really been good at doing like layering up animations like this, and so like having them do their own thing. So that's gonna be interesting. Cause like, I think the closest thing I would have done would have been another part I have in Addict Reanimated, which is Angel, when he's at Val's place, like right before Cherry's verse starts. That part right there, I have that part, and I sort of did something like that where I was like layering up different things, but I still like drew most of the parts the same, if that makes any sense. So like this whole body would have been the same, but I would still like redraw it just a little bit or like touch it up. But that was mainly because I like waited a little too long, and I was just like in a bit of a time crunch by the time I actually was like working on it. And then no matter what, I think I want the eyes to, the eye and the eyebrow to be on like its own little layer, so that way I can fix it. Because like whenever I've done animations in the past, I've always made the mistake of like putting the eyes on the same layer as everything else, which like, I mean, I kind of took a page out of Vivzy Pop's book with that, but I think a lot of animators do that because the eyes are almost always moving on a character. So if you can just separate that out, like even if you have a character just standing there, the eyes still have to blink. So you can just like work on that without anything else interfering. So I think it's just more convenient to have the eyes on their own layer, and like maybe the mouth too. Like normally in my drawings, I'll put the eyes with the mouth. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. But for here, I'm going to, because the eye, or at least in this particular scene, before it cuts, which I'll also show you guys, because it's simpler to have them on the same thing, and that's going to be Cherry's iris. And then I can just have that and just like put it where I need it to be. So then I'm probably just gonna like duplicate it and then keep that one whole. So then I can just like erase it wherever I need it to be, and I can just like track her movement like that. And then I can mark that. I'm just like, this is an interesting experience for me because I normally don't do stuff like this. I just animate and then I show you guys the finished project. You guys never really get to see the process. Okay, so let me pull up this reference for Cherry. I don't remember if I put like her skin tone on it or whatever, so I might have to pull that up too, which is gonna be a pain. Okay, no, I think I got it. So this was like the original drawing with the idea that I had, and then there's a little garter belt I was telling you guys about that I really wanted to include it. So I just put it like really high up on her thigh, and like I don't think anybody wears garter belts that high. And this is also like very not Cherry, but I was like, I wanted to like do different things with the costumes, because like I was in charge of the credits, which I'm not gonna show you guys. And I had Cherry and Angel in it, and I gave Cherry and Angel outfits that you probably would never see them in. Like Angel maybe, but it was more like a Cherry style outfit, and then Cherry's outfit was more of an Angel style outfit. So I kind of went this path with this dress too. And also I just really wanted to give Cherry a deep V and some thigh slits. Alright, so we'll start here. And I think I did grab her skin tone. Yeah, okay. And then I'm actually kind of iffy on the gloves because like originally I kind of had it so like they came over the back of her hand in like a little triangle shape like this. I don't know if I want to keep that because the design, I mean not the design, her hands do move in like ways that I don't know if I want to draw that on, but I think I might keep it. I'm not going to bother drawing it on that hand though. I was doing too much. Gotta make sure I draw it on the right layer. Okay, let's see. Okay, perfect. And then this right here. I always want to make sure I touch and grab into the corners because, like, I mean, like, Krita isn't a bad program, but, like, it's annoying when it comes to getting into these little corners. I don't know if that's all drawing programs or just this one. The birds I own are parakeets. They're both parakeets. I have a green and yellow one. Well, he's kind of blue. We don't know the genders, but one of them is like blue and yellow, and their name is Arkiel, after the character in the right corner of the screen. And I have a white and blue one named Katara, because I got both of them a little bit after I finally started watching Avatar The Last Airbender. So I was like, let me just call her Katara. And then Arkiel got their name because my first parakeet was named, I named them Quinn because I never figured out their gender before they passed. And I felt like Quinn was just like a gender neutral name. And then, as you may or may not know, I created a character named Quinn, and they're based off of that parakeet. And since Quinn, the character, and Arkiel, the character, are partners, I decided to name one of my second parakeets Arkiel. Alright, let's see. I think, I don't know. I kind of want to change the color of her dress because, like, it's so close to her skin tone. Like, you can barely see the difference. Or it's like, I think I might make it, like, just a little bit more yellow so you can actually tell the difference. And then I'll just make the gold, like, more gold-ish. Like a brighter, or not brighter, like a deeper gold. See, like that? That looks a little better. I think, yeah. Well, no, the gold is kind of orange, but I think I might keep it like that, because if I make it brighter, then it's going to blend more in with her dress, and yeah. Alright, let's see. I don't know how I'm going to shade this, because, like, with other scenes that I've shaded, with other scenes I've shaded, I've just done all the shading when I got to compositing it, but I don't know if this one would look better with like a little bit of shading, like on the dress or something. I don't know. Like for this, as you can see, I didn't end up doing any shading on it. I just ended up compositing it. but I don't know. So I guess we'll see how this goes. And once you guys watch the actual Addict Reanimated video, you'll see what happens and how it turned out. Alright, next part. So for Cherry's hair, I might actually just do, like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this little like fade out thing, sort of thing that her hair does. I don't know. Because like it would have like a lot of layering, and I don't know if I'd be able to keep that consistent. So I might do like just this sort of white color at the bottom. Let's see. And then her eye. It's a little bit redder than her hair. When I did another scene with Cherry, I actually got her eye color and her hair color confused a lot. So that's why like her hair in this one is a little more pink and a little lighter. Because her hair and her eye in like the actual show are very close in color. So it's really it's really easy for me to get confused by it. And I'm also going to put the mouth on the same layer as the eyes, just like I did with the line art. There we go. Ah, dang it, I just realized. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's not good. I always forget about this. The hair is supposed to be behind the body. Okay, let's fix that. Yeah, this is why I don't do a lot of like animation where I have to layer everything properly a lot, because you'll have things like where the head is supposed to be on top of the body and then the hair is supposed to be behind the body. So what I'll probably just do actually is grab her hair color and drop that right here. There we go. And then I can grab the rest of her hair and copy paste that. Pull it from here. And then we'll do the rest of the hair. And then, like, I could do this part, but nobody's gonna see it, so I'm just gonna complete that line over there. There we go. And then when I put that like that, I mean, hold on. That would go behind the body. Okay. So then you'd have that like that, and then I'd have to cut out this. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I wish there was just like a button you could press and it just do all your animation for you. Okay, and then we'll grab that out. There we go. So that would be one singular frame. And I think I have maybe 130 frames, but not all of them are unique, so I can do a lot of copying. So like I mean, that makes animation just a tiny bit easier, but it's still hard because especially when you got to do like a bunch of hard movements and smears and stuff, and you got to make sure the smears look good. If I have time, we might see a smear today. Okay. And then her iris is this kind of yellow color. Okay. And that's that. So I can put those in a group together, and what I'll actually probably end up doing is... Oh, I forgot. There. Okay. So this frame and this frame are all the same. So I'm gonna delete all those three and grab the next one. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was trying to stray a little bit away from like what Cherry normally wears and give her something like a little more formal. But like as you'll probably see later, I also gave her like combat boots. Like it's still Cherry, so like she's got to be prepared for action and stuff. But she can still look good while doing it, you know? Okay, this frame is also the same, and this frame is the first different one, so then I'll mark that, delete that. Now for the body, I can keep that. For the eye, let me take out all the color. Okay, the hair can stay the same. Body can stay the same. Hair. Eye. Okay, so the mouth is really the only thing that changes. And I can maybe move the iris a little bit to the side. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh dang it, I just realized I didn't save that other frame. Okay, let's... Just save that. Wait. Don't tell me. Dang it, okay. I do not like Krita's new update. It is so annoying. you go. Oh, whoops. Okay, that would be frame 2. Or not 2, like 5, but 2 that changes. Okay, body stays the same, hair stays the same. I debated between giving Cherry like shark teeth and then also sort of like a vampire smile, because I know in the actual Addict video, different animators, they had their own ways of animating Cherry's mouth, and at first I did want to do the like vampire smile, but I thought that one would be not too hard, but like it wouldn't fit well with the lip sync. I don't know if I made the right choice. It looks good in a sketch. I don't know how it's gonna look with the finished piece. Alright. Art frame is done. I'm glad that so far all that's really changing is the lip syncing. Okay, there we go. Okay, now she starts moving. Okay. I'll drop the iris for now. The body should be staying the same. So I'll actually start with this hair right here. So normally I want to see like what I can shift over and what I have to keep, what I have to redo. Because in Krita, you have pressure sensitivity, so your lines aren't going to stay the same unless like that's a setting you specifically choose to use. And I don't want to use that because then you have to keep your lines like really straight and like stable. And like they do have settings for that, but like if you set them too high, then you have to be even more careful with how you draw. So I don't like with the pressure sensitivity, it's just less, your like wobbles in your drawing are less noticeable. So if I had like pressure sensitivity, then if I like wavered in a stroke, you'd be able to see it better than you would see it in this, because it would just look like pressure sensitivity. So if I can ever save something from going from one frame to another, I will, because then it keeps that consistency. For the other scene where I was like showing Angel, I didn't actually do this that much. I did it for like the body, because the body was kind of hard. But for the rest of him, I didn't, because I wanted to actually give him like more of an erratic feeling with his line art. So like I had like a bunch of lines that didn't connect, or I had like really thick lines and really skinny lines. Just like I'll give that feeling of like a little bit of uneasiness. Okay. So for stuff like this, I almost kind of want to do a different layer, but I can actually keep this. And just drop that there. And clean that up. And then now I don't have to do this entire line right here. This actually comes from one of my few animations where like I came up with something and I stuck with it 100% way all the way through. Except for that little arm bob I mentioned earlier, but that I wasn't even sure, completely sure I wanted to keep. Like it popped up, but then I was like, nah, I don't like it, so I dropped it. But this one, how it turned out is exactly how I envisioned it, except for like a smear frame, because like it was hard. And I wanted, because like later in the scene, she swings a baseball bat into the air. Like she picks it up off the ground and she swings it up and like points it at the sky. Originally I wanted for the bat to pass more in front of her, but it passes more on the side of her. Like she's lifting it up to the side of her instead of like, because like she grabs it with her right hand, but she picks it up from the left side of her. So like she would sweep it across her body. But instead I had her pulling it upward more, like she picked it up on the right side of her body. Which isn't super noticeable, I don't think. But, it's still kind of annoying that I wasn't able to get that exactly how I wanted. Okay, and then this for the eye, I can just... Oop. And then she's also blinking, which is annoying. The blink was a thing that came later, because at first I was like, it kind of looks weird if she's just like tilting her head and looking directly at the camera and never blinks. Like that was something I didn't actually like in the Addict music video, because it's actually the scene right after mine where Cherry spins around and she like comes closer to the screen, but her I don't think her eye, either her eye closes for way too long or it stays open for way too long, and that just kind of irked me. So I was just like, let me add a blink just so she's not staring into your soul for the entire sequence. And see, I can keep this for as long as I want. I don't have to go to the duplicate I made over here. So now for this, we grab that. Current layer, grab that. There we go. And just clean that up for consistency's sake. Now I could make like a second layer for this that like clips over this and then just have a little circle right here. That's like always exactly where I need it to be. But I don't, I feel like that would be too much because like I already have a lot of layers right here, and normally for animations I don't want to have a lot of layers just because it can get hard to manage. Alright, I think that's this frame. I just gotta clean that. Normally I would have animated this in OpenTunes. I would have cleaned it up in OpenTunes because you can actually like click and move individual lines on that, but it is, I feel like it takes a little bit more time to use because instead of just drawing each line, which yeah can take more time, you have to really line up each and every single line and make sure it lines up, and like sometimes you gotta change the thickness of the lines, and it doesn't play nice with that. Okay, let's see. I gotta figure out if that's supposed to be an open mouth or what. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be an open mouth. So that's actually missing a line. If it wasn't such a pain in the butt, I would have also used OpenToons for coloring, but it doesn't like raster layers. So like if I wanted to color this and this, which would have given me like better, cleaner lines and stuff like that, I would have had to make a vector layer, which I actually don't really know how to do. Alright. Okay, that's another one where she moves. And now this, I can just rotate that way. And that scene, that frame is basically done now. It's like you can find all types of little shortcuts in animation, because like as long as you're not as long as your audience isn't able to tell, or like as long as you're not able to tell, because like audience is not going to be able to like look for everything. So like as long as you can't really tell what shortcuts have been taken, I think you're doing a good job. But also, I know this scene goes fast, and I want the background to be kind of dark. So you're not even really going to be able to see these lines anyway. I kind of want to stream more often, but I don't know what I would stream. Let's take a look at chat. Flip a clip. Oh, Happy New Year. I totally should have said that earlier. Happy New Year. Flip a clip for animation. I tried to use it, but I couldn't really get behind it. Like, I don't know, the interface, like, I guess I might just be used to using a tablet and a PC now. But Flip a Clip, I know a lot of people who use it. If it works for you, it works for you. And I know in Flip a Clip, I don't think, like, when you copy and paste, or like if you move elements to like copy them over or like move them over so they line up and stuff, I don't think you get like the fuzziness you get if you were to use like Krita and stuff. Like if I move this section, or like this line is kind of crisp, but if I like move it and like enlarge it kind of, then it gets really fuzzy. So like you'd be able to notice that I didn't draw that line, and it would like especially stand out. So like some of my drawings, I gotta make sure that like I clean up the lines sometimes when I do that, or else people can tell that I took a shortcut. And you don't want people to know that you took a shortcut. You want it to look really good and stuff. Let's see. And that needs to go right here. Wait, did I save that last layer? I don't know if I did. Oh, that's not good. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you gotta work smarter, not harder. Yeah, if there's a more efficient way to get to this kind of stuff, then you gotta take it. Okay, yeah, I think I did save that last layer. So, uh, hopefully I did. If not, I'll just have to redo it. Oh well. Okay, this. That might end up looking weird. I don't know. Let's see. I would have shown you guys the draft that I have for this scene, like this whole sketch part, but like animated. But that would take a while to set up. Oh, that's where that went. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Ignore that. They freak out for no reason sometimes. No, I could also do that. That. Awesome. Nope, wrong layer. Okay. A wise man once said, if it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree with that. There's definitely a lot of things I would call stupid, but like, if it works, it works. Alright, and there's another frame done. Okay, so I can get rid of these now. On to the next set. I would normally import all the frames in one go, especially since there's only like 100 of them. That's not a lot. But I am incredibly afraid of how unstable Krita would be while I'm streaming. So I feel like if I import just a few too many frames, it's just gonna crash. See, okay. We already started to lose it, but I think we're good. Okay, this scene. Yep, okay, that's a new scene. Frame, that's a new frame. Yeah, so the body is like the one thing that's gonna stay the same the entire scene, at least for this scene. So I'm happy about that because the body is like so many lines, so much stuff, so many lines. And the fewer times I gotta do it, like it's a nice outfit, but like it's a nice outfit for like drawing it. So like the fewer times I gotta draw it to animate it, the better, you know? There you go. Let's see. New Disney movie. New Disney movie. Which one? Because I know there's Ron's Gone Wrong and Encanto. Encanto, no, I actually haven't gotten around to seeing it. I was kind of iffy on it because, like, it feels like it's gonna be like I have no doubt that it's a beautiful movie with great music because like it's Disney, so good animation, and I think what Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote the songs for it or wrote a lot of the songs for it, so good music, obviously. Uh, I don't know I don't know about the story though. The story feels kind of generic. It's just like, oh, you're all my family is special, or like all these people I'm around are special, except for me. But I gotta be the one to save the day, and like the power, my true power was inside me all along, or something like that. Um, so I was kind of hesitant on watching it because like I don't know if because like that's why I didn't like Frozen 2 really because the animation was beautiful, a lot of the songs were great, but the story just wasn't there for me. So like that ruined a lot of the movie for me because it's like it's really pretty, but that does is like is the beauty and how it sounds enough to take away from the lackluster story. And for Frozen, I decided no, it's not. So I don't want that to be the same case with Encanto for me. So I think I might just like leave it as like this really beautiful movie that I just didn't go see because I've seen like maybe one or two reviews on it so right now. So I have seen comments and people said, "Hey, it's pretty good," but a lot of people were mainly talking about like the music, the representation, and the visuals. So like nobody really said anything on the story. So I don't know. I might see it. I don't know. Okay, I think that's it for that layer. The story is yeah, so like I mean I noticed lately that Disney's been kind of like lackluster in storytelling. They've been really good at uh they've been really getting really good at animation, but like just with like The Lion King 2019, it's like they're focused on visuals and they seem to keep forgetting that part of a good movie is the story. Like a very large portion of a good movie is the story. You can't just have excellent visuals. You have to have a good story. And like Frozen 2 and Lion King 2019 and possibly Encanto didn't have great stories. But like, I mean, I feel like I can give Encanto a pass because I know a lot of people were saying that it was mainly just supposed to focus on story because like Colombians and like Colombian Americans they focus a lot on family and stuff. So like having a simple story surrounded by family makes sense. But I don't know. I feel like Disney could have just done more with it. there's another frame. Oh, the grandma was treating Mirabelle is the main character, right? And the grandma was treating her bad. Yeah, I don't really like. Well, is the grandma meant to be like the villain, or she's just like kind of like some kind of like tiny obstacle that Mirabelle has to get through on her journey? Because like familial villains or like obstacles, I feel like it can work. Disney has made it work in the past, but I don't know. Like I feel like the grandma like yeah, I mean the reviews I seen, they did say that the grandma was probably like a terrible like uh not like a terrible character, but probably like just like a mean character. I don't know if she was well written or not. Uh but yeah, I can understand that. Like her being mean to Mirabelle, that that would be messed up. Especially cuz like I mean, I won't like cuz like I think her name is Isabel, the girl with the like plant gift. Like I feel like would she really have usefulness herself, like just being able to do stuff with plants and whatever. Like I feel like a gift is cool, but it doesn't determine your worthless. I mean your worth. Yeah, it doesn't determine your worth. Uh, yeah, like I feel like because like some people can have a gift and it's like completely useless, and like some people can have no gift and be, uh, like still useful or whatnot. Like it's not what you have, it's how you choose to use it, if that makes sense. It's like Mirabelle could have been like the strongest person in the movie based completely on her own merit or whatever. Not merit, like she could have been like strong without a gift, if that makes sense. Like not stronger than the lady who like actually had strength as a gift, but she could have been like really strong and really useful around the house or whatever without having a gift. Because like, or I don't know, like is she smart? She's not a villain, she just wants to keep everyone safe but ended up destroying it. Yeah, I hate those kinds of villains, honestly. Like I feel like so few people do it right. They want to like keep everyone safe and do like good stuff, but they end up destroying everything. Even like it gives me like I don't know if you've seen Shira and the Shira and the Princesses of Power. Uh, but like Glimmer, she's a well written character, very well written character. But in season 4, she is so incredibly annoying. Still very well written, but uh, just not super fun to watch. Because everyone's telling her, okay, we know what we're talking about. Please just listen to us. And she's just like, lol, no. And like, she's trying to keep everyone safe. Like, everybody's trying to keep everyone safe. But Glimmer is the only one that has no insight on the situation. And she tries to make like the final decision, and it ends up getting a bunch of people hurt. So yeah, like a character like you can have characters that like they try to keep everyone safe and they end up messing everything up in the process, but you gotta really well write them because like they like it seems like the grandma was just being mean to Mirabelle for no reason, and like I don't like yeah like uh yeah I think Mirabelle could have like what was I saying, like the grandma didn't have to be mean to Mirabelle because she didn't have a gift, because it doesn't feel like she gets anything done by being mean to Mirabelle like that, because like that's just gonna like because like I was saying earlier, Mirabelle could have been super useful with no gift, and uh, the grandma is just completely ignoring that potential and just like making her depressed and stuff and saying like and like acting like there's no possible way for Mirabelle to be useful. And like if she really wanted to protect everyone and stuff, like if she really wanted to keep everyone safe and stuff, she would have like made sure that she would have like allowed people to uh have confidence in themselves and stuff. I don't know. I would have to see the movie. So, but like I think that the grandma could have worked. I don't think she would have with Disney, but I think she could have if they're like better writers behind her. Well, the grandma has a whole town to take care of, but she didn't have to be that mean. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because like if she has a whole town to take care of, that means she has to give she has to give the most care with her family. Because like I mean, I kind of think I would relate it to like situations where like family members are doctors and they end up uh like what's the word? Not overprotective, but like for lack of a better word, they end up being overprotective to their family members because they're like you know when people like Google their symptoms and then they get all worried over nothing. It's like that, but in a person. And I feel like the grandma should have been like the opposite of that, where like she has all this responsibility and all this knowledge and stuff, so she should have taken extra care with her family and made sure like they had everything they needed, they were okay and stuff like that, and treated them not with like special treatment, but still like treat them nice. All right. I'm so glad that Cherry doesn't have like face markings like Charlie. Cause like I've tried to animate Charlie before and it was not fun. Cause like every single frame, I always tried to move forward and I was like, wait a second, I'm forgetting something, and I had to do like the eyeshadow and the cheeks. And the cheeks were annoying because like for some frames I tried to like freehand draw them, but for other frames I tried to like use a circle like the little circle tool right here, and it didn't work that well. So like I had just this weird mix of nice circles and ugly circles. Okay. So now this is finally stopped moving a lot. grandma did lose her home, her husband, all on the same night she gave birth to her three children. Her home and her husband. Yeah, that would give her that. Like you would think that would give her even more reason to be supportive of her family and stuff, and make sure they're doing okay. Yeah, like the stuff you're telling me about her doesn't really make sense about her being a villain. I mean, not a villain, but like being mean to Mirabelle. It doesn't really make sense. I noticed Disney's not the best at like making characters into heroes or characters into villains. Because like Elsa was originally meant to be a villain, uh, but I think the story was when they wrote Let It Go, they thought it was too not relatable, but like it would have made her too likable, and I feel like they could have made a likable villain. So, but they didn't, and now I have Frozen. But yeah, the grandma 100% should have been nicer. Like if she went through all that stuff with her family, she shouldn't have like any kind of resentment toward her family. She should be even more caring of them because of that. No, she doesn't have resentment to her family. Or I guess not like resentment, but like being mean to them. Like she should be even more caring towards them than what like you've been describing to me with Mirabelle. I should probably be working on more animations after this, cause like every time I finally finish something, I always end up taking way too long in OpenTunes trying to composite and edit everything. But like I feel like if I just did more animations more often, I wouldn't have to relearn everything basically. I think it's the lack of communication. Yeah, I noticed like the it's kind of getting old for me with like where movies have the problem, like all the problems arise because of lack of communication. Like in some ways it can be used well, like She-Ra and the Owl House. Like in She-Ra you had Catra and Adora never really explaining their feelings about this, like any given situation to one another. Like Katra never told Adora, hey, this place sucks, but at least I'm here with you. Or like she never told Adora in a way explicitly. And then like Adora never told Katra that she cares for her, she wants to protect her, and like she never explained all that kind of stuff. Did I ever color that in? Oh no. Okay. She never like made it clear to Katra that she doesn't want Katra to be like a pet to her, where she just like follows everything she says, but she does want Katra to be safe, and to some extent she recognizes that Katra is safe when Adora can protect her. And then in the Owl House, you had Yesterday's Lie, which I don't know if you watched the Owl House, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but like Luce's lack of communication makes the situation pretty bad, and I don't even know how that's gonna end up in season 2B, so we'll see when that comes. But like it can be used well, but I don't think Disney uses it that well. Yeah, because like I feel like the way lack of communication is used nowadays, like people recognize that they can use it to like make a villain and stuff, and then they just like keep people from communicating in the weirdest ways. Okay. Wasn't the Owl House canceled? Yeah, it was. It's gonna get like 6 episodes. No, not 6. It's gonna get like 3 45-minute episodes for season 3, and then it's over. Which is really messed up, because like I know Dana and her crew were preparing to write like for 3 seasons. That's why I know people were sometimes saying that people were saying that season 2 felt like it was going a little fast. They were saying that it seemed a little more fast paced compared to season 1, which, like, yeah, it would be, because Disney just canceled them, so they have to fit all the stuff they wanted to fit in the 3 full seasons into 2, and then like 3 specials, which sucks, because like Dana didn't even really technically get 2 seasons, because season 1 was more what like Disney wanted. Like, you know how like the first season of a show, or like the first few episodes of a show, is like more soft and kid friendly and stuff like that to like draw people in. But like Dana wanted it to be darker and like more I guess teenage oriented. Like I'm sure you've probably seen the art for like Beta Luce and Beta Amity and Beta Willow. Like she wanted the show to be like darker, and Disney didn't give her that, and now she has like 1 season to get as dark as she wanted, and 3 specials. I hope my birds aren't being that loud, because like they can get really loud, and I have no idea how it sounds. I mean, I understand it being hard to talk about your feelings, but this hurting somebody more than helping you. Exactly! Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, so many shows and movies, they just don't have people talk in the weirdest ways. Like, they'll be like, like one person will be like, oh, I feel bad about this, and then just for some reason they don't talk to the person that's making them feel bad. And like in some cases it makes sense. In other cases it doesn't. Like if you're right in front of the person and you're not talking to them about something that's harming you, then there's some kind of problem there. Either bad writing or like bad person. It's like I feel like there's not a lot of situations where you wouldn't talk to somebody who's hurting you or who you're hurting unintentionally with a lack of communication. Because like I feel like mental health would be one of the good reasons, and like actual like separation being one of the issues. Like if you can't see someone, you can't really talk to them, and like if you can't really like articulate your words, then you can't really talk to them. Oh, whoops, wrong way. So this is animation fascinating. Not exactly animation, just cleaning up. I already did the animation. I did it a few months ago, actually. Well, not a few months ago, like a month and a half ago. And I'm just now getting around to cleaning it up. Yeah, one time I just started yelling at my table. The characters weren't talking to each other about anything else. Yeah, it's really frustrating. It's like the problems could so easily be solved. And they just don't talk to one another. now I can bring in those duplicates that I had earlier. Oh no, you're not late at all, error. Let's see, how is this supposed to go? Okay. I think there's only like 4 more frames I have to do for this one, and then I can move on to the next scene. Thanks. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't give children credit for recognizing problems in writing and stuff like that. Because, like, oh no, I shouldn't have did that. Because, like, kids can recognize like the how to solve problems and stuff like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotta go home. See you later, Error. Hopefully I'll still be on by the time you get back. Happy New Year's. Alright, there we go. Another frame. Firebirds are loud. Yeah, I don't know why they're especially vocal today. Normally they're only loud like early in the morning and then late at night. So I don't know what they're doing now. I guess they just hear me recording anything and they're just like, oh, maybe it's time to see how loud I can chirp. I definitely have to check them out then. Are they animation videos? I know you were saying you work on Flip a Clip. I think I might be able to do more streams in a couple weeks or so. Or I don't know, because like my job just canceled Mondays for a little bit. So I got those days are free for me. And then I've also got I've got some free time for a little bit of January. So we'll see how that goes. I might be able to stream a little bit more often. It'll probably just be more animation stuff. Because I mean, I don't know. I think I have some other stuff I can prepare. But we'll see. Yeah, animation and speed paints. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check those out. I love seeing other people's animations and speed paints. Because, like, everybody, like, YouTube animators are probably the coolest animators. And, like, I love watching people's speed paints. Because, like, it's fun to see their drawing process, a little bit of it. And you can see how, like, it relates to yours or how it differs for yours. Like, you can see their little setups and stuff. And, like, yeah. It's just super cool. There we go. Perfect. I guess. Oh, I don't like this little hair thing. I don't know what I was thinking when I animated this. Came out so wonky. That'll just have to do. Mostly just my friends follow me and some other people. How many subscribers do you have? Yeah, that'll just have to do. I don't feel like fixing it. I posted my first video on my birthday. Oh, that's nice. When's your birthday? That. Don't like that. Okay, that'll have to do. July 3rd. That's awesome. I don't remember when I posted my first video. I don't like my first videos. I kind of want to redo them. But like they're also kind of like in our... Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna subscribe to you. Yeah, we need to get that number up. Let's see. Okay, I think that works. Yeah. There we go. Aw, yeah, of course. Us artists gotta stick together. Okay, there's that. And... Alright, and there's another frame. I still gotta do backgrounds for this, which is definitely my least favorite part of animating. I mean, like, some of them make for really good drawings, but normally I just like the character part. Oh, I love doing, like, birthday videos for my friends and stuff. Like, I did, I think it might have been last year, but I think it might have been this year. I'm not entirely sure. Because I think one year I did my own birthday, and another year I did my best friend's birthday. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, they're always so fun. Like, I would ask my friend for her favorite colors and stuff. Her favorite colors, and then I drew her in, like, the style of kind of dress she likes. And then for the music, I used a song she liked at the time. It was so fun. that's awesome. Are you gonna do a birthday video for her too? Oh, that's so lucky. I don't think I've ever had anything I've made shown on another YouTuber's channel. But that's mainly because like I don't post stuff on Instagram or like other social medias. Almost all my stuff is on here. Well, it's kind of my own fault. But that's cool you were able to get that. I think the most I've ever gotten was like a shout out or something. Well, not like a shout out, but just like a chat message was like called out or something. It's just so nice. I think I would, like, if I reach like a milestone, I would probably do like a live stream and like show off whatever stuff. But like, I think everybody who just watches me. I don't know if anybody of them like draws. Alright. I think I was able to make the little hair thing work in the end. I actually think I'm going to do the background for this first before I move on to the next frames, the next set of frames. Because I know those are going to be easier. They're not going to take as long. But, so I want to like get this out of the way fully. Because I know I'm just going to put it off. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Not really. I think one that would, I guess, technically count would be to learn German. But that's something I started doing like even before the New Year's. It's like I don't really do New Year's resolutions that much. I used to do them a lot when I was younger. But I stopped doing them recently because like I never kept up with them. So I didn't really feel like there was a point, you know. Alright, there's another frame. Okay, that's finally static. This needs to change one more time. Or at least just the hair thing. Mine is learn Norwegian. Wow, Norwegian? I could never imagine learning that. Make friends that are not just online. Go outside more. And if I'm feeling really ambitious, get a boyfriend. Well, good luck with all that. I think getting friends that is not online. I mean, like, I definitely get why you would want to do that. Like, being able to hang out with them in real life and stuff like that. Uh, but with all that's really going on, I don't even know if that's like 100% an option, you know? Uh, but like, I think it's definitely, yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah, like having at least a couple uh, real life friends, that's that's a good goal. That's a good goal to have. Cause like I don't have many myself, but I do cherish the ones I have, and I do hang out with them whenever I get the chance. Uh, yeah. So like yeah, definitely like yeah. Well, like, are you an introvert? Like how has your how I can't figure out the words. What was your whatever your past interactions with people been like before, like past friends and stuff like that. go. And that. Okay, that's all the same. All that really needs to change is that. Wait, didn't I just... Ah, oh, dang it. Okay, I have to keep that there. Ah. Well, I mean, I feel like, I mean, like, what was I gonna say? I mean, like, getting in it. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I did not get enough sleep. I feel like, because, like, yeah, I mean, like, getting, like, IRL friends, as an introvert in these times, I definitely feel like that's gonna be a little bit harder, because, like, I think introverts, most easily get friends by, like, befriending other introverts, or, like, finding an extrovert that just basically adopts them. uh, but, like, since basically nobody's really going anywhere, it's gonna be harder. But, like, I still feel like it's possible. Like, the few times that you would go out for, I guess, like, school or work or whatever, you would just try and meet people, talk to people, and just hang out. Because, like, I met one of my best friends at school, back in school. I mean, I haven't been to school in, like, 9 years, and even then I didn't have it. Yeah, I mean, like, work, just, like, going to work or, like, a bookstore, or just, like, going out wherever you can, and just, like, find people who have, like, the same interests as you. Because, like, I have, for a while, myself, felt like, artist friends, are best easily made on the internet. Because then it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely hard. Like, I was kind of lucky enough to be the needle in the haystack, and then my friend, who is a little bit more of an extrovert than me, she just found me, and she was just like, I like you, you are my friend now. And I'm like, okay. uh, uh, yeah, I would say just find, like, try and hang around people, or, like, find people that have similar interests in you. If you're like a book person, go to like bookstores or like libraries and stuff and see if you can find somebody who likes similar books as you. Like, or like, what else? Like, if you like conventions or stuff, like go to conventions and like find your favorite fandom and just like interact with people who like that same sort of stuff. Because like, it's definitely like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but if you like try and like focus down instead of like trying to find a needle in a haystack, you just like separate it into little piles and then like search through every pile one at a time. I think that makes it a lot easier. Alright. That's that background. That's that little scene done. So now on to the backgrounds. So I want... She's supposed to be like leaning on some kind of ledge. I don't know how it's supposed to go. I guess like that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. There we go. And then I'll just do like a starry sky behind her, like a red starry sky. Because I'm lazy. And the quickest thing, the better. That's not right. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty simple background. That's good. I did do another scene with Cherry that I might end up referencing for like colors. Or not like colors, but like compositing. Because it's kind of hard to composite. It's kind of hard to composite like red things, like dark red things. Because normally I shade with purple. And if you put purple on a red background, on a red like color, then you don't really get like, because like if I had like a light blue thing and like a dark red thing, if I put purple on the dark blue thing, it shades it. But if I put on this, it's like clashing. It's so weird. I like lots of things: books, animation, drawing, superheroes, history, mythology, writing, sewing. I may or may not be a furry. Well, you would definitely you would definitely be able to find a lot of friends if you were a furry. Sewing, I don't do much of it myself lately, so I wouldn't know where to go. Writing, I feel like a writing subreddit or like a creative writing group or something like that, you'd be able to find something like that. Tumblr would probably have a lot of people who are into mythology and like history. Like it would have a little bit of everything, like people who like animating or drawing mythology stuff and like history stuff. You'd find a lot of people on Tumblr, or maybe like Amino. I've never used Amino, so I don't know how it would go. But like, yeah. Yeah, I would say just like check out as many different kinds of social media as you can. And you'll eventually find something. Because like that's how I found a lot of my online friends actually. Like I was just like snooping around and then I found some stuff I was interested in. And boom. Sky. It's too bright. Oh no, I'm staying away from Tumblr. That place gets crazy. Yeah, I mean it can, depending on where you look, it can get pretty crazy pretty fast. Or I guess, let's see, TikTok. I know they have a pretty big drawing and like animation community. I don't know about history and mythology and stuff, but I know you would definitely find drawing people and like animation on there. Maybe some furry stuff too. I don't know. Other than that, I feel like YouTube would be the only place. Uh, yeah, let's see. In real life places, I don't know. Like, books, obviously, like a bookstore. Animation. I don't know. I don't know any like animators in real life except for like my best friend who draws. Uh, let's see. History museums, really. Just like any kind of museum, you'll find like a history nerd there. Superhero, like a comic book store, or like uh, I don't know any theme parks that are like specifically superheroes. I know like Six Flags, they have a little bit of superhero stuff. I don't know. Uh, that's not how that's supposed to be. I can't stand this new update. It just changes all my stuff around. And then yeah, I think that works. Maybe just like I want to go to the comic book con, but then everything happened. I don't. Yeah, I don't even know when the next one's gonna be. Cause I know, cause I was trying to go to one with I was trying to go to some kind of convention because I've been trying to go. Also, like Anime Expo. Well, I mean, I know they're kind of like fluctuating too. I don't know, but yeah, I've been trying to go to some cons, and just nobody knows what's happening with them. So it's like even it like no matter how bad you want to go, nobody knows what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is like just definitely not the ideal time for like meeting people in person. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. So that's the background for that. It's definitely really detailed for Cherry. Just standing there. But oh well, I like it. think that's good. Yeah, I wanted to go to the Comic-Con in Manhattan. Yeah, if that one, I mean, I feel like if that one's, like, the second that one's back, definitely go to it, because, like, I know some, cons are happening again, and I've been trying to get to one, but I haven't been able to, which sucks. But yeah, because, like, you can meet so many people, and a lot of people meet a lot of friends there. I always hear stories about people meeting friends and making friends at different cons, because, like, everybody's just a nerd there. And it's so cool. Dang it, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, now on to the next one. I'm gonna delete that, and I might keep that. Well, no, I don't need any of the colors on there, actually. I think I'll keep it for the next one, though. So yeah, this one is really just her boots walking, because I wanted to make that super simple, because I know the next part is kind of detailed. I didn't want to give myself too much to do, which I did, and like a lot of other things. So I really wanted to get out of that habit of like biting off more than I can chew. Let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna try and open like what, 8 for 32 frames in one go. So if the stream crashes, you know why. Oh, for Halloween you cosplayed as Grell. Fun fact, the first time I went to Anime Expo, I was Grell from Black Butler. Grell is just an extremely fun character. And that was for this Halloween. I didn't get to do anything really for Halloween. I wanted to be Angel Dust so badly. Like I was so prepared to buy a costume to cosplay as Angel Dust, and I didn't get to because I wasn't gonna do anything. And then at the last minute, my friend was like, "Hey, let's go hang out." My coworker was like, "Hey, let's go hang out," and I'm like, "Okay." So I just ended up being a bunny, but I just wore a hoodie that had bunny ears on it. It was a bummer, but like now I have a backlog of costumes that I want to do. Because like originally, I think 2020 I wanted to do Double Trouble, and then 2021 I wanted to do Angel Dust, and I didn't get to do either of them. But now it's 2022, so I got another chance to cosplay my heart out. So hopefully it all goes well this year. Let's see. What color should Cherry's combat boots be? Because, like, I feel like it should be something that matches with her dress, which is, like, kind of yellow and gold. But I don't want to give her, like, white boots. I feel like that'd be dumb. And I don't want to give her yellow boots because I feel like that'd be weird. Oh, Starbucks didn't do any Halloween drinks this year. Try the same color as her hair. Like, sort of like a salmon peachy color. Like that. Or maybe I would go probably like a little darker than that. Because I think that's a little too close to her hair. Or maybe like a little more pink. Alright. Thanks for that. Because, like, I get. Sometimes I add way too many details to a character, and then I just get completely stumped on what colors to make everything. And then that's how I end up getting, like, weird similar colors, like Arkiel there in the right hand corner. They got, like, the purple hat, and then they also got the pink jacket, but then they also have, like, the yellow puffs. That's the same color as their ears. And, like, it works because, like, they're all pastel. But for something like this, I would definitely want it to match more. I messed up there. That's not supposed to be pink. probably should have made the laces a different layer, but it's too late now. Yeah, the birds are, what are you eating? Katara, no. The birds, they see me streaming or recording or just doing anything, and they just go wild. Okay. Yeah, because like the boots, they pretty much stay still after this frame for a lot of it. Uh, or at least like the movements aren't that bad. Because like walking, like walk cycles are the most annoying. Okay. Alright, and then after this little section, because the next section is pretty difficult, a lot of smear frames, I'll probably end the stream after, not this frame, but like, well, actually that might be a while. After like a few more frames, depending on like how many holds I have, and how many copies I have. What program do I use to draw? I'm using Krita for this, but to animate, I used OpenTunes. Both of them are free, because I am a broke college student. Alright, there's another frame. Oh, there's a frame I didn't save. Oh well. Oh, you own a business, Yuga? That's awesome. I wanted to like own, well, not really like own a business, but I wanted to like do an Etsy shop or something like that. But I just didn't have like the patience to learn how to do it and go about it, which is like my own fault, but still. So it's really cool that you were able to do it. Yeah, Etsy is kind of hard. Yeah, cause I always try to look up like how to start selling on Etsy, and everything sort of seems to like skip steps. Like everything feels like it feels like some things are really well explained, but everything else is just like skipping steps. And I'm like, okay, you just jumped from A to L, and I'm gonna need the rest of the letters in there. It's on Etsy. I sell crochet stuff and candles. Oh, I know somebody who crochets as well. I don't think they're on Etsy, but yeah, I have a lot of respect for people who crochet. Like it takes so much work and dedication. I tried to learn it. I could not really get into it. But like it's weird cuz like I should have been able to get into it cuz I one of my teachers taught me it in 5th grade, and I just never like held on to it or like picked it up. Like I would like carry around like a little ball of yarn, and I would just crochet a long chain throughout the day in school. But like for some reason I just never like stuck with crocheting. But like it sucks because like there were probably been like a lot of cool things I could have made. Like I could have made like a little hat for my birds to sit in. Like they like to sit in my old beanies. Like I had this old beanie. I washed it, and I put a little bit of uh, like just random stuff in it, like wicker balls and a little bit of food, and they would just sit in it and chill in it. And it was super cute. But like I had to buy that, so now I have to like buy another one. But if I knew how to crochet, I could have just made them one. All right, there's another frame. Yeah, I make custom stuff on Reiki. Depending on your prices, Yuka, I might have to buy something from you. Cause like there are like so many little crochet, like things that I would want. Cause like I've always liked little clay figurines and like little crocheted plushies and stuff. All right, cool. So now we're getting into like the more difficult feet movements, which is like a full rotation right here, or not like a full rotation, but like a rotation, like as I'm drawing it. Uh, Okay. No, that's pretty similar. I don't need to move that. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? I think in about... How long have I been streaming? I think in about 15-ish minutes I'll end the stream. So we'll see how much I can get done in like 15 more minutes. But hopefully I'll be able to stream again soon. Okay, nope, that's not a hold. Okay. Oh, I hate frames that seem like a hold, but they're not a hold. Then you gotta draw it anyway. But that's also why I'm glad I don't do traditional animation anymore. Feels like it took a lot of time. Like back when I was in school, in high school, way back then, my school offered an animation class, but we had to start in the beginner class, which was all traditional, and it took so long for things, because a lot of the time she told us we had to color our backgrounds, so we had to go through like several colored pencils and crayons of like one shade just to finish the background, because we would have like we would have hundreds of frames. Like some of the students who did more complicated things would have hundreds of frames, and they had to color the background of all of them. If everyone is talking about their hobbies, I'm writing on a book. Chapter 6. Oh, you're writing a book, Error? That's super cool. I'm working on a couple of my own, but it's difficult, isn't it? You're planning at least 10 chapters. Good luck with that, because oh my gosh, writing a book is way harder than anyone will ever tell you. Like, it's like you gotta really plan out everything. And like when I wrote my first book, I didn't do that. Like I just started writing instead of planning, and that was a huge mistake, because I don't like it. It didn't turn out great, but I hope yours will be a lot better than mine. I saw on Etsy the shop's called Cinnamon Teal Crafts. I'm writing a book, but thinking about making a cartoon. Why not do both? Me Joy. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but why not do both? Like you could write it a book and then like adapt it into a cartoon, or do it the other way around too. That's what I'm sort of planning to do with my characters. I'm like working on a book with them, and then I also kind of want to like work on a web comic, and then also like a little animated series. But like I know the series is gonna take longer because it needs way more work with it. Because like a book you can do it like one person, but like animated series you need way more people. Okay, that's a hold. Okay, that's not. Oh wait. Okay. Sometimes I overlook frames, which is like the worst thing you can do, because you'll like forget about one part, and then you'll see it like move in a huge way, and then you gotta go back and redo all of it, Because, like, if I had missed something between here, like these two frames, then you would have just had a weird jump, which would have really sucked. Speaking of books and cartoons, have any of you watched Hilda and the Mountain King on Netflix? I watched it recently and it was incredibly good. It was originally a book. I think Hilda, I don't know if Hilda, the whole series was initially a book series or something, but I know Hilda and the Mountain King was a book. I did the same. I'm going back, fixing plot holes, and having a blast writing. I'm having writer's block. Your streams. Aw, thanks. I'm glad I'm able to help. This is like, what was I saying? Yeah, fixing plot holes. Yeah, fixing plot holes is probably the hardest because, like, and making it like flow consistently. Because like, if you have something pop up, you might want to like foreshadow it earlier and stuff like that, and it can get annoying having to fix all of them because like you don't know how. Like, you know how things are supposed to end up, but you don't know how to get there. I think that's the hardest part of writing, like knowing knowing point A and point B, but not knowing how to get there. But I think it's gonna turn out good. Especially like 10 chapters, depending on how long they are. That's like a novella. Hilda was a comic book series. Oh, I definitely need to check it out then. But, what was I saying? Yeah, fixing plot holes and making it more consistent. And 10 chapters is like a novella, so that's, depending on the length, that's pretty short. So, I'm sure it'll be good. As long as you're not like, I think it's easy if you're not planning a sequel, or it depends, because like if you want to do a sequel, you got to set up other things and make sure you have enough questions to keep people enticed. But like, if you're not planning a sequel, then you got to make sure you close up all the loose ends. But there's also like people who will write and like purposefully not close off loose ends, so people can speculate on their own. So like it's all like mostly personal preference. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good because yeah, as long as you like know exactly where you're trying to go with your stuff, you'll be fine. Because that was my mistake. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I just wrote, and that's the thing I do way too often. I just write. I don't think about where it's gonna go. Like I see Tumblr posts and like YouTube videos talking about how like they just make a new character and then all of a sudden that character gets like a whole plot and like main story and stuff. And that's the kind of stuff I do. Like I don't plan out my stuff and then that happens and I have like one main character and like 5 side characters, but then all the side characters have like more plot and development than the main character. I love writing the action. I'm gonna prod 11,000 words. Wow, that's a lot. And you said you're only on 6 chapters out of 10. Yeah, okay. I think that's gonna be more like a novel length. Depending, yeah. I think by the time you get to the end of that, that's gonna be like novel length, which is good. I think actually, no. Wait. I don't remember how long my book was. I would have to double check that. Because I know mine was novella length. It had a lot of chapters, but it was still novella length. It was just at the threshold for novella. But I definitely want to write longer books, but I don't want to force them to be longer, if you know what I mean. like writing fantasy books. I like writing fantasy books too, or like fiction, just like anything in the realm of fiction. I like writing, but like yeah, like fantasy especially, because all my creatures live in a fantasy world, so I like writing things. It's kind of like a little bit of escapism, and I just like writing things that could never happen in real life, just so you can see like how would these people work with like systems like this or like abilities like this and stuff. Okay, here's that one. Okay. I think after this frame, I'm gonna go ahead and end the scene. I mean, end the stream because I already know this frame is gonna take a while. And I said like 15 minutes. So I know this is gonna take a little bit. I told myself I would not accept my book if it wasn't at least 100 pages. 100 pages in A4, or like what size are you gonna make your book? Because like I know my book only ended up being like 77 pages, but when I put it, when I shrunk it down to the size I wanted it to be, it was maybe like 144. I'm not entirely sure. I wrote fantasy because I didn't want my main character to be human. Yeah, yeah. Humans suck. uh, yeah, I think. Because, like, we already kind of know a bunch of stuff about humans. So, like, if you could have, like in my case, if you could have a demon cat with 2 tails and 6 eyes and a snake for a ponytail, how would they live? How would they interact with their surroundings? What kind of abilities would they have? And stuff like that, you know? Like, humans are boring. I'm writing a book where uh, I'm writing a book where the main character gets a book that has all the world's stories, and whatever she writes in it comes to life. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. That sounds extremely interesting. It reminds me of one episode of The Amazing World of Gumball, where one character finds a Cartoon Network book, like a Cartoon Network diary, and everything she writes in it happens in the show, and it's so weird. I think playing D&D makes the writing easier because you have to make spur of the moment decisions that have to work with the story. I think it helps you think. Yeah, I would definitely agree. I've been trying to get into D&D for a similar reason because one, I think D&D would be fun, but I never asked anybody to teach me. But I also think that it would help with my writing because you have, yeah, like you said, you have to make spur of the moment decisions that have to fit the writing. Because like I had some help making a character a little while ago, and every time I came to something I had to pick, like an ability or a story or something like that, every time I picked something, I almost picked it like it was in a vacuum. But when it came to writing the backstory, I had to figure out how to tie all those things together, and I even had to make some changes because, like, even though I like those aspects individually, I had to come to terms with the fact that they're not in a vacuum, and I have to uh, make them work together because it's one character, it's not several. The size of the text is 14-inch pages. Well, like, what size is the book? Because I think mine was like 5 inches by 8 inches. So it was like a pretty small, kind of standard size book. But I know some people make bigger ones, like, I don't know any other sizes. I know there's like children's books are like 5 by 5 inches. And yeah, because like the like book size can make your book all the more different. Like I know, like some people will write little tiny books, and they'll be like super thick. But if you were to actually scale up the book, there would be fewer pages. So like, uh, in theory, you could have 100 pages with like a really small book. So it all just depends on your preference and like how you're editing it. Are you still gonna check on my show? Of course, of course. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna do that once I get off this stream. Oh no, that has to be higher up. Does need to be longer? I think they're good. Maybe. That'll have to do. Okay. Okay. And that. Okay. Okay, so since after the color I'll be ending the stream, I do want to say, to ask you guys to make sure that when it comes out, you please check out the full Addict Reanimated video. It's gonna be on a channel called Helluva Hotel Fanimations. I can put the link in the chat real quick. But please make sure you check out the channel. Please make sure you check out the video when it comes out. We do have a bunch of more fun stuff planned. So I hope you guys will see it. Because we all worked really hard on it. And I would love for the people who watch me to enjoy the stuff of the people I work with. Because one of our upcoming projects is very fun. I think everybody's going to have a fun time with it. And I think everyone's going to have a fun time with our upcoming video. I think people are going to like our videos after that. And because we have a lot of stuff planned coming up. we just hope we can get it all done in time for you guys. So make sure you check out that channel. I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. So that's the link to the channel. Make sure you check it out. I think I'll also end up putting in the comments too. What else? We are an open team. I don't know if, for lack of a better word, we're an open team. So for our upcoming project, we're still working out the details of it, but our next project is supposed to be for Pride Month 2022, and we are going to need more artists. So if you'd like to join, subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna post a video with all the stuff you'll need when the time comes, which will hopefully be soon. So as I finish off this, where's that? As I finish off this frame, I'm just gonna remind you guys again, please check out the channel. Please check out Addict Reanimated when it comes out. And if you'd like to join our team for Helluva Hotel and other Vivziverse / Spindle Horse related projects, subscribe to the channel, because there'll be videos posted there when the time for applications and stuff comes. I hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. I don't know when the next one will be, but hopefully it'll be soon. I don't know what it'll be yet, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Stay hydrated, and thank you guys for tuning in.